Welcome, Ultra Buddies. The final reveal video for BP7. We have all the triple R's finally. We're a little slow on the Gaia. We've got Nexus in front of you. So Nexus, Gaia, and then the EXP. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day. So we're starting with Ultraman Nexus Junus Blue, a speed type level 3. We don't see those a lot, which is kind of fun. And a double triple activate once per turn. Discard one character card from your hand. Give one opponent's battle character other than this character. Battle opponent minus 2000 BP for this turn. And then if you discarded a Junus Blue card with this effect, give this character plus 2000 BP for this turn. So, I don't know. There's a lot going on. Yeah. But overall 4,000, 4K boost minus boost thing, I think is pretty good.
I think it'll depend on the full Junus Blue package. But if we talk about this card by itself, it's a discard a character card, pretty much anything but a scene, for a 2000, and conditionally it could be an additional 2000 for this character.
Right.
I guess it's a minus 2000, so there's some places where that makes a difference. But you also can't boost itself a 2000 or minus 2000. You can only boost or decrease a different character's battle opponent.
So I think that's kind of a weakness with this card being a 17,000. It makes it feel like if you don't have a Junus Blue in hand, it feels pretty bad. And I think we were discussing it when we first saw the card, is that discard one card for minus 2000. That's like BP02 Mebius level effect.
Yeah.
Doesn't really feel in line with like BP07 level effects, you know?
Yeah. But if you can set it up right, or discarding a single card for 4,000 is really good. My concern is that since it has to be Junus Blue, then you want to have more Junus Blues in the deck, and we haven't seen the full card list. So far, we'll get to it, but if you're playing with the level 3s and 2s, that might not be enough because you'll want to play those cards.
Yeah.
So it'll come down to like if you have some really good vanilla uncommons.
Yeah, because you're already going to want to play the old Nexus probably, and this Nexus, which maybe leaves four other slots for another Junus Blue, and then there's a bunch of good Nexus level 2s already, so then you're deciding between playing the new Junus Blue cards or the old cards that actually have effects. And it might be that like this effect is not worth sacrificing the other parts of the deck. So yeah, I think it could get a little awkward, but I think discarding a Junus Blue for 4,000 is strong enough that it's worth exploring enough.
Oh, definitely.
So moving on a little bit, this surprised me. Dark Mephisto is Nexus's partner for this set. And why don't you let us know what this does?
Yeah, so Dark Mephisto, this one's a double activate once per turn, and you send the bottom card of this character to its owner's discard area and give one of your Junus Blue a BP grade increase by 1 for this turn. So, I mean, you have the cost, kind of like some other cards where you decrease this lane and you increase another lane. 10k is, not the worst thing either.
Right.
And if you're playing a Junus Blue heavy deck, then being able to play a double Junus Blue 12k, bumping that up to 17k, another 2,000 we spread here and there, can be really powerful, like as a pivot.
Yeah, that's true. I think it could end up being good. I think the Zeton alarms are going off a little bit.
Yeah,
as always. But the thing that worries me the most about this card is it kind of feels like the Ultra Deck Blazar, but kind of worse.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess that's to be expected from a rare. Maybe we can't expect too much from it, but I'm not super in love with this, especially because it's like Junus Blue and not Nexus in general, which means again, it's not going to mix it all with the old support. So unless like all the uncommons and commons for Junus Blue are like kind of cracked, then it could be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Actually, we haven't seen a Nexus 12K level 2 double, have we?
We probably have, because like I think in BP05, like everybody got 12Ks.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so one less card there.
I know.
Yeah, I agree. It's a weaker version of the Blazar Triple R, and it doesn't feel like Mephisto will be the support you'll want to run with Nexus.
Mhm. Because you're gonna want to add a lot of cards to your hand, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it'll still be a double. So 15K.
Yeah. Well,
Fun
this
to play
leads us
around with.
into our scene, which is the last video card, the Unknown Hand, which is activate as a round 3 once per turn. Choose one Nexus or Dark Mephisto card in your discard area, and put the chosen card into play under one of your single or double Junus Blue or Dark Mephisto where it is able to be placed, and then send this scene to its owner's discard area. So, this is pretty freaking good. It's like a Dyna effect on demand. Obviously, a little weird. Potentially annoying with the Junus Blue again.
Mhm.
I feel like the Dark Mephisto part is pretty nice. And one thing I noticed on rereading this is that it's not like if you have a Nexus in play, which means this is like a potential card for like a Mephiles deck, which can swap in a Dark Mephisto, then use the scene to bump it up to a double. And like the old Dark Mephisto, the double has always been like pretty decent.
So you could put this in pretty well with anything that's using Dark Mephisto's setup. Even if you explore Mephiles, I don't know, Jugular out of Belial, maybe something. It's a very flexible scene with that respect. And then I do think you can get a lot of value with this, even with Nexus, if you play like the new Triple R as a single, where you don't have any level 2s. You have like a really just inconsistent hand. You can play that as a single, use this. Now it's a 12K double that you can then activate to make it 14 and get another minus 2,000 somewhere. So pretty sneaky. But we'll have to see. Nexus can have a harder time taking lead to play scenes, because like no one's going to want to play Labyrinth.
Is tough, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Tika Nexus was a deck of old days. I think it's a potential that it comes back, especially with a strong round 3 scene like this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so a lot of this support hinges on how many Junus Blue cards there are. Luckily, we do have one new Junus Blue. This is a muscle draw, which is what we refer to the return up to 2 to the bottom of the deck and then draw that many. A speak type Junus Blue. Not much more to say there, but it is a Junus Blue, so that is good.
So this completes like our Junus Blue cards, I believe, we've revealed so far.
I think so.
It's a really good level 2, so you're going to want to play it in any Nexus deck, so you have more Junus Blues available at least. The question or the problem will be that you'll want to play this card, though.
You want to play the card. You don't want it in your hand, right? I think that's one way that like maybe the scene can help us, where like we can play the single Junus Blue, put a whatever Nexus underneath that you don't care about, and then keep the Junus Blue in your hand for discard effects. Okay, we have one other Nexus, which is actually Anfans. So it's not a Junus Blue. It's a level 1 anti-kaiju card. Not much more to say there. And then
could be helpful. It's a kaiju set we're going into, so
it is a kaiju set.
Can help.
Yeah, that's very true. And then in Dark Mephisto, when this character enters play, you may draw cards. Some of the kaiju have been getting this. These cards are pretty. It's really sick to see kaiju with a little bit more draw, a little bit more oomph. And we'll see how it comes into play. For me, it's obviously a Mephiles angle. I'm able to play this draw card and then play something else, or maybe just draw 2 cards. Just like keep chaining the Dark Mephistos. I don't know.
Also, what you could do is, if we think about BP3, BP4, when we're making Belial decks, one of the weaknesses was just not getting enough draw. And the only option for a kaiju draw was like a Jugular deck. Pretty much now with this, You can actually pay Thelial, Dark Mephisto. This will get you that extra draw, and you'll have more Mephistos to make a 15k double. Those 1000s to help you hit 19k
Yeah.
on Belial's pretty big deal.
Yeah, and especially you get a lot of extra consistency if you go with a tech to use this scene.
Yeah.
Where you can be playing, you can kind of fix your hand of like, okay, play a single Mephisto, discard a level 5 Mephisto, get a BP boost on something else, and then, well, now I've got a 15k. Oh, now I got a 19k in lane 1. So actually, I'm gonna have to think about that. There's some stuff going on in Kaiju land. It's getting a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's gonna be hard to get off the Zeton train. Or I don't know. There's so much to test.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. That's enough for Nexus and Mephisto. The next star of the show is Gaia V1, the triple rare, level 2. Why don't you read this one? You're the guy, ghoul aficionado.
Yeah, so V1 Gaia level 2 triple R. So this is a double only. When this character enters play, you may put the top card of one of your level 3 Gaia that is a double or triple into your owner's hand, and then you can put one a level 2 or 3 Gaia that can from your hand into play that is able to level up one of those cards. So you get rid of one Gaia, and then you can level up potentially a different Gaia with the bounce.
Yeah. So pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, my initial thoughts are a lot of the cards so far we've seen for Gaia is you do a bounce and you get some kind of benefit, whether it's you draw another card, plus 1,000, you get a BP grade up, or get something from discard. But this one is probably the most versatile of the bunch. You get to really chain something, like in something that you actually haven't really seen in Gaia before, where when you bounce a card off, the benefit you're getting this time is you can play a different Gaia. So you can shift power from one lane to the other. You can play your triple R, bounce Gaia, put them back in your hand, then play a level 3, a Ghoul Blade somewhere else, or play it on top of this. And you've not lost any tempo or power because you've kind of traded one level 3 for potentially a different one. But you're also just triggering more effects. You could play level 1, play another Scene Searcher. You could play another one of these potentially. It's really crazy.
Yeah. Wait, can you play another one of these, or is it only?
You can only take off a level 3 Gaia, but you could play a level 2 or 3 Gaia on top of it. So you might not. You'd need to have 2 level 3 Gaias floating around to chain these, but but the possibilities are endless. So there's no infinite loop per se, but
So, but you could do like
stuff.
If you had like a level 1 open, you could bounce a 3 and then put a 2 down.
Yes.
It probably doesn't work out in your favor, but like you could do it.
Yeah, I think there's like some interesting stuff where you bounce lane 1, and lane 4 is like a single, and lane 3 is a double. You bounce the level 3. You can then play another one of these in lane 4, and then you bounce if you have another level 3, like a double or something, the one that lets you get a card from discard, whatever it is. A Ghoul Blade. Bounce that back in your hand, and then you can move your triple R's all over the place. If you play these right, you can even like if you play 2 of these the same turn, you could actually have your bounce triple R go all across the field and pretty much set everyone back multiple cards.
Right.
It's going to be very difficult to the combo, and you still have to set it all up. But I do like that it opens the doors for a stronger Gaia heavy deck. You'll notice that it doesn't say you can do Gaia or ghouls. Personally, I feel like you want to go fewer ghouls is I think where I'm settling now in terms of consistency. If you have more ghouls, you can your ghoul lanes are always really strong support lanes in a Gaia ghoul deck, but just it hurts your consistency, and that's kind of where the deck doesn't last as long.
Right. Okay, well, I found I went a little hunting for a graphic
Exactly.
from Butterfly Bagels, I think it was.
Yep.
Who, so like on turn 3, you could do this where you play Supreme version and 2 V1s, and then you just move the guy Supreme all over the field. It just knocked their levels off however much you want, which is like pretty silly.
And this can very easily be like a kill turn.
Yeah.
Especially if that level 2 you're bouncing off of is like a 12k double under it. Then
Yeah.
you'd have a 12k. You have an 18k park somewhere. You've bounced off one of your opponent's lanes. That can be a combo, like game-ending turn right there.
Yeah, because you could, if you had a 12k in lane 1, then you could use like this one first, pop it off, bring it to the front, just kill whatever they played in the first lane. Use the second one to pop it off and bring it on the middle lane to park an 18 and a decrease there.
You could even
if you're
bring
already
the 18k back.
You could like bring it back to lane 1. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You could do so much. This card is, I don't know. We might bring Gaia Ghoul to Worlds. We'll see. It's going to open a lot of things, but I think we'll have to practice a lot to make sure it's actually as good as we hope it is.
It's definitely earned its chance to be back on like the table and figure out like, will this make the cut?
Yeah, and have we gotten the Gaia scene yet or no? I can't remember.
I actually don't think we've had the Gaia scene. So there's
that
even
could also
more.
be a big thing because I think we might expect like around 3. No. I think we got it. It's like a Blazar one, right? It's like to the top 3 range that rearrange.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh, I think this is already enough power for the deck.
Sure. Okay, and we do have another Gaia, the V1. This card is not super exciting, but it's a level 3. A triple only when you play it. This character's battle opponent is double, and its BP grade increase. You may put the top card of. You can like return it to hand. So it's kind of like Supreme version, but I guess with very, very strict requirements. Like you're going up against Max or Ginga, basically. That's like really it. So I'm not like a huge fan of this one personally, but it might have its time to shine.
I mean, it's a very niche counter against, like you said, Gingas, Maxes, very specific decks. I mean, it's great to have it when you're against those matchups. It gives you extra Gaia triple R, like Supreme versions you'd otherwise not have access to, but it feels too conditional, especially if we're going into a kaiju heavy meta where there's not too many kaijus that have these BP grade ups.
Yeah, for sure. There's the scene. It is rearranged. It's a round 1 scene. You rearrange the top 3 in any order. I think this actually has some potential use in Gaia. Just with Gaia being a deck that kind of needs the right setup, the order of the cards that you matter, the order of the cards that you draw matters a lot. The biggest problem with this card, especially with Blazar for me, was like I always wanted like the style that I tend to play. I think is if I can afford it, I'll draw on turn 2 as well. And if you play this card and you rearrange the top 3, and then you play a top 3 Ultra Hero Searcher and you draw the top, like you look at the top 3 anyway, this card effectively does nothing. But if you maybe want to play more aggressively, rearranging the top 3 so that you can get the card that you want next turn is actually beneficial.
Yeah, I think one thing to add on top of that, like with the play style, usually both players play a turn 1 draw, same first turn. So this card or this scene will really incentivize playing as a lead player when you win the dice roll. Personally, I'd like to play Gaia as the next player just so I can figure out what's going on and react to my opponent's moves.
Right. It's hard when you're bouncing your own cards to like predict where they're going to level up. But if you get to see what they're doing a little bit and then kind of match them, it helps.
Yeah. So it definitely can fit in certain play styles, like you mentioned, but it's just finding that right niche or like that right flow.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've got not super QOV, but just COV.
Yeah.
For every 2 kaiju type at hazard, you give this character plus 1000 BP. Just It's okay. I think I'm not like amazed under this card. Like it will get bigger as the game goes on. It just won't get big enough fast enough. I think like turn 6 is when this card becomes 18k if your whole field is hazard, which is very unlikely. So
Yeah. I mean, it's still an interesting, like it's still a 11k single pretty much
yeah,
if you have this and another hazard.
true.
So
It's not
it's
terrible, I guess.
not terrible. You can, if you have a double, like still make it a 16k double, better than a 15k.
Yeah, true. 16k double is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Okay. I think it really hits when you get to like 4 hazards and you're hitting 17 keys.
Yeah.
That's like kind of the bear. That's kind of really when this card gets off. So we'll see. We'll have to test it out a little bit. But that's it for new cards. The final card is the new EXP, which looks fantastic. Definitely going to be a big chase card for a lot of people.
So I think with this, we've officially ended our rare reveals.
Yep.
Maybe there's a rare or two tucked away somewhere, but pretty much everything else will be the uncommons, and we'll have to wait till the card list gets revealed so we can go through stuff like the Junus Blue, any additional kaijus, like what kaijus get level 5s will be very critical with how we're thinking of this next set. But I think from here on, we'll probably see a different AP or SP until the set actually comes out.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get the card list soon, just because I'm like, I really want to get to building decks, and there's something a little bit like it's always in the back of my head. It's like you can't get it exactly right if you don't have all the cards.
Yeah,
and I think it's really important. Like, I mean, Chimera is a perfect example because it's a new like character, so and it needs triples. So you need to like have a certain number of Chimera cards in your deck to make it be a little consistent, and like whether those cards are like usable or not,
that'll be
it's going to affect like whether or not like it will be a contender for sorry to bring up Worlds a lot for those together. Like we're both going to Worlds. It's the thing that's on our mind. This is the set we're going to play. But if it's just like a bunch of like really bad vanillas, then I think like even though the like opponent's lane swap effect is really strong, I don't know if I can see myself playing it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. We're all done with BP07 reveals. Thanks for tuning along. For those of you who've been watching all of them, and we've got a few random videos here and there. But I think once the set list comes out, like we'll do a little proxy, get a little proxies. But it honestly is not that long till like we just actually get the set in our hands.
Very close.
I was hoping we'd get the set list this week. I think. No. We got Nexus this week, so I'm hoping we'll get the set list sometime next week. Earlier the better, and then we'll get hopefully get some proxy gameplay going. I think there's some decks that we can do pretty easily, like the Gaia. Won't need too many card updates, so but like I'm not gonna print a full deck of Chimeras to probably. I think I'll just wait till we get our hands on this. Okay, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah.